You're about to drop $1,000 on a TV, and that salesman's smile? It's not confidence, it's a secret. They know something you don't, but I do too. Today, I'm ranking the biggest TV brands from absolute disasters to the few truly worth your money, using real data, consumer reports, and the facts manufacturers hope you never see. Before we dive in, hit subscribe, because at the end, I'll share a few tips that could save you from buying the wrong TV. Number 7, RCA. This is the TV equivalent of a chocolate teapot. Looks fine until you actually try using it. RCA peaked somewhere around 1985 and has been coasting on name recognition ever since. Their current budget models retail around $300 at Walmart, which sounds like a steal until you realize why. Consumer Reports 2025 data shows RCA has the highest failure rate within the first 2 years of any major brand. We're talking 23%. Nearly 1 in 4 dies before you finish binging your second series. My neighbor grabbed a 32-inch RCA last year. It arrived with a dead pixel cluster, the replacement flickered constantly, and by month 14, half the screen just went black. Customer service? Non-existent. You'll spend more time on hold than actually watching TV. The panels are cheap, the backlighting is uneven, and the smart features are running on software that feels like it was coded in 2012. Remote response time averages nearly a full second, which doesn't sound bad until you're clicking up 10 times just to raise the volume twice. Verdict: save your $300 for literally anything else. Number 6, Hisense U6 series. Hisense wants to play in the big leagues with mini LED technology, but they forgot to check if it actually works. The U6 series runs about $580 for a 55-inch model, and on paper it looks incredible. Over 100 local dimming zones, quantum dot color, Dolby Vision support. I tested one side by side with a Samsung at Best Buy, and here's what nobody tells you: the blooming is horrendous. Every bright object on a dark background, movie credits, game menus, stars in space, creates a massive glowing halo, like someone smeared Vaseline on the screen. Reddit users report the same issue, and Hisense stays silent. Viewing angles are equally bad. Sit more than 15 degrees off-center and contrast collapses. Colors shift, blacks turn gray, and it's suddenly a different image. Life Story Research gives Hisense a 68% satisfaction rating for 2025, polite code for "most people regret buying this." Gaming performance seems fine with 120 Hz refresh rate, but input lag spikes randomly in HDR scenes. One Reddit user recorded 42 milliseconds, borderline unplayable for competitive gaming. Verdict: mini LED without the quality control. Number 5, Samsung QN90D. Samsung makes excellent hardware but treats your viewing data like their personal goldmine. This is where things get uncomfortable. The QN90D is genuinely impressive, Neo QLED, with over 1,500 local dimming zones, peak brightness reaching 2,000 nits, and a stunning design around $1,800 for a 65-inch. Consumer Reports gives it an 81 for picture quality, and they're right. But here's what Samsung doesn't advertise. Their automatic content recognition tech tracks everything you watch. Every channel, every app, every HDMI input. My cousin bought one from Costco, opened the privacy settings, and found over 40 data sharing options enabled by default. Samsung's terms confirm they collect viewing data, voice recordings from the remote, even screen content for targeted ads. A 2025 investigation found Samsung TVs ping their servers 15,000 times daily. That's not a typo. You can disable some tracking, but not all, and the TV constantly prompts you to re-enable it. The interface even injects ads into menus. Picture quality, phenomenal. But make no mistake, you're the product. Verdict: brilliant TV that sells you out. Number 4, LG C3 OLED. OLED gives you perfect blacks and infinite contrast, but it's playing Russian roulette with your investment. The C3 costs around $1,400 for a 55-inch and delivers jaw-dropping picture quality. Self-lit pixels, instant response under 1 millisecond, and perfect viewing angles. I've seen it in person, and for dark-room movie nights, nothing compares. But here's the elephant in the room: burn-in is still real. Static elements, news tickers, game HUDs, channel logos, can permanently ghost into the panel with prolonged use. LG claims its 2025 panels use improved phosphors and smarter pixel shift algorithms. Yet Consumer Reports still notes burn-in after 18 to 24 months of heavy use. One documented case showed a PlayStation UI etched into a C3 after 2,000 gaming hours. About 5.5 hours daily for a year. LG's warranty excludes burn-in entirely, leaving you unprotected. The C3 also uses automatic brightness limiting, dimming highlights during bright scenes to protect the panel, breaking immersion. Gaming features shine with 4 HDMI 2.1 ports and VRR support, but that lingering burn-in risk shadows the brilliance. Verdict: stunning picture with a ticking time bomb. Number 3, TCL QM8. TCL figured out how to deliver premium features at mid-tier prices, but longevity is where they cut corners. The QM8 costs around $1,200 for a 65-inch and punches far above its weight. It packs mini LED backlighting with over 2,000 dimming zones, peak brightness of 3,000 nits, and gaming specs that impress: 144 Hz refresh rate and smooth performance. Life Story Research gives TCL a 76% satisfaction rating, which is solid. Blooming control is outstanding, far better than Hisense, and colors pop with Quantum.Tech. The Google TV interface feels modern and easy to use. The catch? Longevity. Consumer Reports shows TCL reliability drops after year 3. Early performance is great, but by year 4, there's a 38% risk of major issues: panel wear, backlight failure, or full system crashes. I've seen 3 TCLs fail right around that mark. Extended warranties become essential, adding about $300 to real cost. The remote feels cheap with buttons that give up after months. Incredible short-term value, yes, but think of it as a 4-year lease, not a lifetime investment. Verdict: spectacular performance with an expiration date. Number 2, Sony X90L. Sony doesn't chase trends or cut corners, and it shows in both quality and price tag. The X90L costs about $1,300 for a 65-inch, and this is what engineering integrity looks like. It features full-array local dimming with nearly 100 zones, motion processing years ahead of rivals, and reference-level color accuracy right out of the box. Consumer Reports scores Sony at 87 for satisfaction and 89 for reliability, the highest in the industry. Life Story Research backs it up, showing Sony owners report the fewest issues after 5 years. The secret is Sony's cognitive processor XR, which analyzes content in real time, upscales low-resolution sources beautifully, and manages motion without the soap opera effect. Sports looks stunning, and gaming shines with full HDMI 2.1, VRR, and ALLM. The Google TV interface is smooth and intuitive. Downsides? Peak brightness hits around 1100 nits, so it's not great for very bright rooms. The design feels dated, thick bezels, chunky stand, and Sony rarely discounts, but this set will still be running flawlessly in 2032. Sony builds for longevity, not hype. Verdict: boring, reliable, and worth every penny. Number 1, LG G4 OLED. This is what happens when OLED technology finally grows up and addresses its demons. The G4 costs around $2,200 for a 65-inch, and yes, that's expensive. But LG's 2025 micro lens array technology is a real game changer. Peak brightness reaches 2,000 nits, double what older OLEDs managed, so it finally works in bright rooms without washing out. The panel's new phosphor compounds dramatically cut burn-in risk, and LG claims 4 times the lifespan of previous models, backed by Consumer Reports testing. Picture quality is breathtaking. Perfect blacks, infinite contrast, instant pixel response, and colors accurate enough for professional color grading. For gamers, it's flawless. 140 Hz refresh rate, under 1 millisecond response, and all 4 HDMI ports are full 2.1 spec. The gallery design mounts nearly flush to your wall, looking more like artwork than tech. WebOS runs smoothly and, unlike Samsung's interface, stays free of ad clutter. Reddit users call it the best TV they've ever owned. Price is the only drawback, but with LG's improved burn-in protection and 5-year warranty, it feels built to last a decade. Verdict: the new benchmark for premium television. Now let's talk about what really separates these technologies because the marketing is designed to confuse you. OLED, organic light emitting diode, means every pixel produces its own light. Turn one off, you get perfect black. No backlight, no blooming, infinite contrast. The trade-off has always been brightness and burn-in risk, though 2025 models like the G4 have largely solved both. QLED, quantum dot LED, is Samsung's label for LCD panels with quantum dot filters that expand color range. They're still backlit, so blooming happens around bright objects, but they're brighter and cheaper than OLED. Mini LED just means thousands of tiny backlights for better contrast, but it's still LCD at heart. Think of it like this. OLED is a photo printer that controls each ink dot. QLED and Mini LED, a flashlight through a transparency. Impressive, but never perfect. Okay, here are the tips you need before hitting that Buy Now button. Before buying, measure your space. The ideal viewing distance is your screen size times 0.84. For a 65-inch TV, that's about 5.5 feet for full immersion. Consider room lighting. OLED shines in dark rooms. QLED thrives in bright ones. Gamers look for HDMI 2.1 VRR support and under 10 milliseconds input lag. Check device and sound compatibility. Most built-in speakers are terrible, so save $300 for a solid soundbar. And skip 8K, it's all cost, no content, and your eyes won't notice the difference past 5 feet. Smart money goes to the best 4K panel you can afford. Here's what nobody tells you. You're not just buying a screen, you're buying the background of your life. It's where you'll relive memories, cry at scenes that hit too close, and celebrate victories. Specs matter, but reliability matters more. A stunning image means nothing if the TV dies in 3 years. If this helped you choose smarter, hit subscribe. Your next big upgrade starts here. Thanks for watching.